The great thing about UCLA is it's one of the most prestigious schools in the country, if not the world.
You get a great education in liberal arts. It's really the best of both worlds.
UCLA is in Westwood, California, which is right in the middle of everything you could imagine. To the west, we have Santa Monica, which has beaches, shopping, museums, and to the east, you have Hollywood and the whole entertainment industry there, Beverly Hills.
UCLA itself is nestled right in Westwood, so there's all kinds of activities, fun stuff to do. It's definitely a college town, you know, nightlife, clubs, stuff like that.
I mean, UCLA is famous for being beautiful, but I think we're the luckiest. We're right next to the Sculpture Garden. The Sculpture Garden is like a park and a museum married. It's beautiful, and we get to go to school there every single day.
Industry-wise, it's great being at UCLA because I made a lot of friends in theater and film here, and when I graduate, I don't have to leave and start getting to know a new city.
If you want to end up in LA, then go to LA. Because, I mean, if you think about it, you only get so many chances to do whatever you want to do. Why not give yourself every advantage possible?
Il est 7 heures du matin, faut se réveiller, oh je sommeille. Bon alors un peu de musique pour se mettre en train, je sais pas moi, quelque chose comme Talking about my generation. Ouais, c'est pas tout à fait ça.
When you start out here at UCLA, they put you in what's called the freshman experience.
You're put into a small group of all the theater students who got in with you in your year.
Everyone in the freshman year takes all the same classes and spends all day together.
So lighting designers are forced to act, actors are forced to work in the scene shop, and it was probably the year I learned the most.
And what's really great about the freshman experience is that it opens your eyes to the entire arena of theater.
You will be taking performance, set design, costume design, lighting design, ballet, Tai Chi.
I know that when I came in here, I thought to myself, okay, I'm only going to be a musical theater student, I'm going to focus so hard. And when I got put into that freshman experience, I was really exposed to different things, absurdist theater, expressionism, naturalism. And so now my perspective as a product of an actor has much more of a base than just musical theater.
You get to know your classmates so well, and you're working with some of the most fun and creative kids you'll ever meet in your entire life. And when you work with them every day in such close contact, it creates this really unique bond.
It's great because these are the same people who are going to be, you know, directors, writers, the same people that you're going to collaborate with once you leave.
That freshman year, I probably made the friends that I'm going to keep for the rest of my life.
After you complete the freshman experience, you then specialize in a track.
Some of the tracks include directing, playwriting, acting, musical theater, design, production.
And now you've gone from this big group of around 60 people into 12, 15, 5, 6. You get a really small, individualized classroom.
And that's when things get really, really intense, so to speak.
Yes, yes, there'll be speculation, and then it's a psychedelic.
In the acting track, you study comedy, stage combat, voice and speech, verse, Shakespeare, script analysis, acting for the camera.
In your first year of your acting training, your professor spends a lot of time working with you as an individual actor. They spend a lot of time talking about your own approaches to works, your own approaches to character, and once you've done that, they help you find the technique that works best for you.
You're going to get Meisner's technique, you're going to get Stanislavski technique, you're going to get techniques that don't have names, that are just an amalgamation of this technique and that technique, and then some fun stuff you like to do.
And here what's really great is that show after show after show, there's always shows going on, and none of them actually have that feel that it's like a huge kind of performance. It gives you that feeling that you can make big choices and fall, which is, I think, is way more important for an acting school.
I'm so lucky to have got gotten to go to school with the best actors that I've ever worked with in my life, and it's made my own work so much better in a way that being taught alone couldn't have done. It's because I got to actually do it with the best actors in the country.
What I like about the musical theater track is, even though you're training intensively in both singing and dancing, the emphasis is always placed on acting.
All the actors, the acting track and musical theater track are put together, and you aren't put aside as, okay, you're a musical theater actor, you're an actor, this is your craft, and then your movement is dance, and your voice and diction is your voice lessons.
The dance classes we have are ballet, jazz, tap, and musical theater styles. You know, anything that you ever wanted to learn and will use in the real world.
The singing classes we have here are gospel, rock, pop,
jazz, standard Broadway musical theater. And there's also an audition class with a casting agent, and it teaches you audition techniques for when you audition in the real world for professional shows. And the neat thing is it's not just a voice teacher as you might get at an outside, organization. It's somebody who's actually worked in the business. They're a working professional.
We lift our hands to give you the praise.
Each year culminates with a big main stage annual musical, and they're all big, amazing productions.
In the design production track, you can choose from lighting design, sound design, scenic design, costume design, or production.
There's a variety of in-class instruction and studio and laboratory work.
If you work hard, you can get design opportunities. I've been fortunate enough to be able to design on the main stage at UCLA and design a major film project. And you can kind of take yourself where you want to.
In the playwriting track, you start off by studying the classics of theater and the elements of comedy and drama, and then you move on to writing one-act plays, eventually moving up to full-length plays. And then you have the opportunity to move on to a variety of genre-based classes, such as writing the one-person show, writing dark comedy, science fiction writing, adaptation. You also have the opportunity here to then stage the work in front of an audience, which is so valuable because you get to know what works and what doesn't work, and that's what really makes you grow as a writer.
When you're in the directing track, you begin with a series of scene exercises in class.
And if you do well, you get a chance to see your work produced on stage.
Hard. Okay.
As a director, you can't do it alone, and you have access to talented actors and talented writers, the design crews. It really makes the experience amazing.
The instructors here are very hands-on. I like the fact that the classrooms are so small because it really gives them a chance to want to get to know you, and they really put forth an effort to get to know all of the students.
The instructors here are experts in their field. They are people that have had these phenomenal careers that have come back to teach us, and we're blessed to have them.
As people, they're very available to us, and it really helps with the whole family atmosphere that we already have with each other, that our teachers are so involved.
All the instructors here are professional working artists, so they all have connections to the industry, and they bring in outside people to come work with us, and they'll send us out on jobs.
They've been on both sides of the audition table. They know what it's like to be on a film set. They know all the little tricks that'll help you through a cold reading. And they have all of this knowledge and they just want to share it all with you.
UCLA also offers master classes where they bring in professionals from film, television, stage, composers, writers, directors. And these professionals come in, They talk to the students, they answer questions. If it's somebody like an acting teacher, you can do a scene for them. If they're another actor, you can do a monologue for them.
I think probably the choices, and we don't have much that.
Well, it would be with it.
Yeah, but what you did at the beginning, especially as well, is excellent. That.
We're next door to the film and TV department, and we're all part of the School of Theater, Film, and Television. And so it's a really sort of unique, collaborative environment.
You're surrounded by sound stages, TV stages, design labs, music rooms, little theater small spaces, really big theaters, all these things around you. Everywhere you turn, creativity is happening.